Hello, my Stampin' friends. How are you today? Candace Anderson coming to you live from Hiram, Utah. I am using a different streaming app, so we'll see how this works. Part of the reason for that is it allows me to stream at multiple places at the same time. So if this is working the way I'm hoping it is, I am on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, which means I will not have to upload it to YouTube later. So we'll see how this goes. And might add Instagram on there eventually, but I'm still learning this one. It's a little bit different than the other one, so bear with me as I kind of learn this. But today is the first Monday in April, first Monday of the month. So that means it is a Stamp with Me Monday. If you've joined me before, that means that I have pre-shared with you what you need in order to stamp along with me. If you're watching the replay, hopefully you've had a chance to look at that and can grab your stuff. If you're not and you're on here live with me, hopefully you saw it, or you can come back and watch the replay after you've seen what I've done. So I am excited to share this project with you. You can kind of see a little bit. This is what I shared on the um, thing. I have pre-stamped and cut out everything I need just to make it a little bit faster. Um, the goal is to share with you. Oh, I just realized I'm missing something. That's okay. We'll grab it. Um, the goal is to share with you what um, I am going to be, what's the word? The technique, that's more what I'm wanting to share with you. I am using one of the last chance stamp sets. I will be honest, I didn't check to see if it was still available. I just know it came up on my list when I went through all of my products. So hopefully it's still there if you do want this set. But this technique can be used with a variety of different sets. In fact, I'm trying to think. I want to say it may have been ladybugs that I saw the technique with, but you could use hearts, you could use all kinds of different things. What you just basically need is, we're going to switch cameras here. We're going to try and see if this works. Um, Hopefully, okay. I'm still small in the corner, but you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to do one other thing and turn the chats on. Hopefully, if you send me a message, I will be able to see it. Again, I'm streaming at two places at once, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. But I am using the Cheerful Daisies stamp set. The thing to keep in mind is this has multiple different, what's the word I'm looking for? Stamps and images that we can use. I will also show you when I'm done. I made a sample using the autumn leaves stamp set as well. And of course, like butterflies, hearts, you could do this with a multiple of different stamps. So we're going to move some of this stuff out of the way. And the first thing I want to show you is the pieces that I have here. So this is just a standard piece of your 8.5 by 11 cut in half. So we're the 5.5 by 8.5. And before we get to these, I want to show you what you're going to do. So you were going to grab your cutting and scoring. I don't even know what this is called, but we're going to score it at our just standard 4.25. So if we were to take that out, it would just fold normal. But I don't want the whole thing here. So I'm actually going to line it up on the 1-inch mark, and I'm just going to cut an inch off. So now we have that 1 inch cut off, which is how we're going to create our kind of unique waterfall look here. So on the inside, I am using the boho blue, which when I did look, I believe all the stamp sets are still available. Some of the ink refills and some of the, whatever those are called, the markers. Um, I get going live and I totally forget the names of things, but you guys know what I mean, right? So I have just cut this at the 5 1/4 by 4. I did stamp just in the corner here, but then when we fold it over, we can see the little blue part on the side here. And I am using this. What is the name of this? This is the Beautiful Bouquet. Boken? I don't know how you say that. It comes with that butterfly one that is in the um, mini catalog right now. It has like just really cool different designs on it. So it is cut in 3 by 5 1/4. So you can actually get 2 cards out of one page here. And we're just going to add this on to our cardstock here. Oh, and this is Petal Path, which is also one of the retiring in colors. As far as I know, the papers are all still there. Now, the piece that I'm missing, I'm not quite sure what I did with it, but we will hurry and cut another piece. So this is the masking paper. So I'm going to kind of just show you a trick that I did. So before we get started on this, I'm going to show you the actual card. So this is what it looks like when you're finished. So you open it up and you can see the waterfall of the um, flowers on the side there. And I do have dimensionals and stuff on some of them. But the reason I'm going to use this is because what I discovered, so when I made my second card, I did use this technique, and it made it a lot easier when I was laying these out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these on here, and then I'm going to use the masking tape to kind of hold them together after I've figured out where I want them. And then that's going to allow me to hold them in place so I can add adhesive. So the one thing I did do though, before I do that part, is I am just going to put some adhesive down this side. So it's going to get all covered up, so it's okay. But that was the easiest way to kind of attach these. So this is part of the dies. So you can see there's the, I don't know what it is, but it's just this really thin here. And then you have you can cut out the flowers. I did stamp off when I did the flowers. So this is crumb cake, and I stamped full for the detail, and then I stamped off. So I did the same thing for the boho blue, and then it's full for the crushed curry or daffodil delight. I think it's daffodil delight. So anyway, we're going to add that one here, and then we're going to add this one down here. And then this one right here, because I just wanted a little bit more peeking out, I actually went ahead and cut this here. So I just cut it off, and then I could make this one peeking out here and this one peeking out down here. So it allowed me to add some extra without having the full that I had done on there. Then I can just kind of arrange these. They are going to stick to that just a little bit. But like I said, because I wanted to use dimensionals, I wanted to be able to kind of line it up where I wanted it. And then I can adjust it afterwards. So we're going to go here and kind of here. And I just love this look. I think it's really cool. Oh, for a second there, I thought I was missing one. And we're going to add some of this on here first. And we're going to make this a little bit easier. So there is a cut in this. So I'm just going to pull this off on each side and have it ready to the side here. And then I can arrange these like I said, kind of how I want them going along here. We're going to figure out where that fits in, kind of along here. Then I can, if this works the way I want it to, maybe, then I can take this and just kind of put it across all of these, and then I'm able to lift it up. I want that one to stay down flat there, so I'm just going to leave it. But these other ones, I can lift it up. That one is going to stay there too. And then they will stay together so I can add my dimensionals. Now this one, it was off to the side, so we're just going to add a little bit of sticky here. This one should be on the sticky, and this one was already on the sticky. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. But now I can add dimensionals to these ones without having to have them. So this one here, I think that should work. But that way I'm not going to mess up where they're at. And part of the reason I wanted to do it that way is the first time I stuck them on here, and then I was tearing these, trying to adjust them and move them. So this way, hopefully, they will kind of stay where I want them, and I can line them up so that they're going where I want them to be. I'm going to move that one down just a tiny bit. And this masking tape or masking paper, whatever it is called, it acts very similar to like a Post-it note. So, it's not way sticky, but it's sticky enough. So fun little trick to add the dimension that you might want and line things up. Quick, easy. And then I know these are kind of these were like a Christmas one, but I kind of like the blue in it and the iridescence. So just going to add a couple of these blue to the card. So hopefully, anyway, quick, easy way. If you wanted to, you could roll this a little bit, but I wanted to leave it a little bit more flat. It doesn't have a lot of dimension, so it's pretty easy to melt. Pull that up so you can kind of see it a little bit better. Open it up, just kind of has that fun, unique edge. And I promised to show you this one. So this is using the autumn leaves. And what is this paper? I know this is on the Last Chance. Oxidized copper is the paper I've used here. And then I've used like the copper thing. Instead of going all the way under with this one, I went over the top. But what is this? This is the textured metallic specialty paper that has the copper in it as well. There's the inside. I've added some embellishments, added a little ribbon behind this one. I believe this is Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, copper clay, and very vanilla is what I used on this one. So very fun card that you can make. I want to try it with some other stamp sets, but I just think it's just a really cool, unique look. I've seen it done where they cut it, but this is a whole lot easier just to put them on and then you get that fun look. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I would love to see, okay, we're going to try switching this again. Sorry, I'm very new at this whole part here. Back off. There we go. Um, so again, I'm still learning this new way to do it. Hopefully it worked. Looks like there is someone there. So hello, thank you for joining me tonight. I'm not sure if you're there with Facebook or with YouTube. So that's kind of cool to stream them both at the same time. I will go and check it afterwards. Join me again next Monday. I come to you live every Monday, and not sure what I'll be sharing, but I'll be sharing something. Um, Feel free to check out my other videos. Follow me on Facebook, on Instagram. You can go to my website, my blog, stampinwithcandace.com. I have added a few things there as well, some longer videos, hopefully start showing some other fun stuff for you. Also remember our scrapbooking series started this week or this month that I'm doing with my friends. The first one posted last Thursday. There will be another one this Thursday. I do have a link to that on my Facebook page. I'll work on getting it on my blog as well. And then when I post mine, it will be the last Friday or Thursday of this month. I will be sharing my scrapbooking, and I'll have all the links there that you can get to everybody else's. So hopefully you'll enjoy that and be able to get some new ideas. I really enjoyed my friend Rachel's. She was our first one, and she shared some great tips. She is restarting scrapbooking. She hasn't been doing it in a long time, or memory keeping, whatever you want to call it. And she's started a fun project. So you can follow her and follow my other friends, and hopefully you'll enjoy that series. So thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.